Well, we know business is about to pick up at the back end of the year. Very, very soon, major season is going to kick off. So let's sit and make some predictions. 5 things I think is going to happen in the world of darts over the next few months. And also, please do as well go down to the comment section and put some things you think. It could be 1, it could be 5, however many you want to put in. Something you think is going to happen in the world of darts. And we'll see when we look back at this in January who got it right. Now, for me, the first one has to be Greaves. Greaves going to Alexandra Palace. Now, in the past, she's always turned down Ali Pali to go to Lakeside to become the world champion on the ladies' game. Something she's done on multiple occasions now. I think the time is now for Greaves to make the move. Now, if Greaves was to play Lakeside again, win it again, I don't think it's going to add any more to her legacy anymore, because it's got to the point now where we strongly expect Greaves to win it. I mean, the odds compilers last year was giving odds of 1 to 6 on Greaves to win the Women's World Championship. So it's almost an expectancy now. So I don't think there's anything left to be achieved, because in regards to that, she wins it. She goes there, she wins it. It's that simple. We also look at other things. Greaves has signed a target deal, a deal with a major manufacturer. Now, I think a lot of this will come down to the fact that I'm speculating, just hands up, it's complete speculation. But if I was giving Greaves a major deal, I would want her to be at Alexandra Palace, because that's where the eyes are going to be. And that's where the attention's going to be. And Lakeside is probably going to be streamed once again. It's not even going to be broadcasted. So with that in mind, you want to be in the biggest event in the world with the biggest eyes on, with all those sort of casual fans who's going to pick up those stories and sell more merchandise and darts. Of course you do. And that's going to happen at Alexandra Palace. And if she goes on a run there, could ramp up those sales quite massively. I think financially now, it's not the question anymore. It's no longer a financial question. £15,000 up for grabs just for turning up in the World Championships. She wins Lakeside, it's 25. So it's only a 10 grand difference if she loses first round. And that's for going to one match rather than being at Lakeside for the entire week. So I do think Greaves makes the move. I think we're going to see her play a lot more Pro Tours at the back end of the year as she starts to get ready. She's already said she'll take a tour card if she gets one. So I think Greaves, Ali Pali, and then moving on to the PDC Pro Tour as of next year. I think that is my first go-to. Sticking with the big majors, I'm going to go with a major winner, a first-time major winner. I think we're going to get one at the back end of this year. It could be one of many players, but I'm going to go with Josh Rock. The lad is playing incredible. I've mentioned before the range of performance. The range of performance is somewhere you can rely upon, or how reliable a player is. So by that, we look at the lowest average and we look at the highest average. If a player averages 94 as a low and 100 as a high, that's a range of 6, which we can deal with that. That's good. It shows consistency, it shows reliability. If a player is around an 83 but can also go to the 100, that's a range of 17. That's too big. It's not as reliable. And when you look at who can win a tournament over a week-long span, you need reliability. Josh Rock's range of performance right now is rock solid. Hey, pun. Didn't even intend that one. Rock solid right now. Not only that, his confidence is sky high since winning the World Cup alongside Daryl Gurney. I think Josh Rock, I mentioned at the start of the year, the technique looks good for him. I think it's a matter of time now before Josh Rock wins one, or is contesting a major final in the very, very near future. But Josh Rock to pick up a major title before the start of 2026, I think looks pretty good right now. Something else that looks pretty good right now, and this may feel like a bit of a cop-out because it looks very, very likely right now, is Jose de Souza to lose his tour card. There'll be people out there go, of course Matt can't make a video without mentioning Jose de Souza to lose his tour card, but it's something I picked up on 18 months ago, and we've been monitoring that on Edgar TV the whole way through, and we're now literally a few months away from the date at which I predicted he loses his card, and it's looking likely. So I'm going to put this onto my shortlist just because I called it a long time ago, but I do understand that maybe it's not as exciting as some of the other predictions I've got on here. I've got a really exciting one coming at the end. This one is one which I think is going to happen. Ryan Searle getting back into the top 16. I think that's going to happen. Now, we've heard from Ryan Searle. He's talked about how he wants to be back in the top 16. That's his goal. He wants to be back in there. He wants to do that to help with his ranking, to help with the changes that are coming or have come in regards to the ranking. The top 16 now is obviously so heavily weighted. You got the opportunity to stay away from Luke Littler like he did in the first round of the World Match Play, where he played brilliant and got beat, defending £91,000 at the back end of the year. So one big TV run should do the job for Ryan Searle. Get him back into that top 16, especially if that comes at the World Championship. Before the big prize money comes in next year, when that hike comes up, you certainly want to be in the top 16. I think he's gunning for that one. And number 5. This is the one that I think a lot of people will be interested in. The Premier League to announce a change in the format. I think it's getting really tricky now to just pick 8 players for the Premier League. You know, I did an early prediction video and I left a few people out and it was like, oh, you can't leave him out, you can't leave him out. Well, you've got to, because you only pick 8 players. How about this? I think we could get an expansion of the Premier League to 12 players. Hear me out. So, a lot of people don't like the sort of knockout format. They want to see the round robin return or the league phase return. What about a bit of both? Because we hear about all the benefits about the person in the audience and that. Okay, I get that. So, I also understand that it's a little bit boring for TV. The amount of weeks that it goes, it gets a little bit long, it gets a little bit repetitive. There's no jeopardy to it. How about we do this? Let's inject a little bit of jeopardy and let's have the best of both worlds. Let's not say you're right because you like it as a league, you're right because you like it as a knockout. Let's just say, let's do it. Let's do both. So it's 16 weeks and we have an 8 and an 8. We have an 8-week league period with an 8-week knockout. So for 8 weeks, 12 players will play 6 matches. So you've got 6 games, 8. Some nights you'll probably have to get more games in, you know, because we need to make sure everyone plays everybody. So there might even be some double duty like in the early days of the Premier League where you had extra players. But we'll get into the nitty-gritty at some point anyway. But we've got that set amount of weeks here for the league phase. From that, the top 8 qualify to the knockout phase, while the bottom 4 are relegated. Thanks for coming, you're out the Premier League at the halfway stage. The second half of the Premier League season goes to what it's like now. So essentially, you go, right, 12 players, there you go. You're playing a table to qualify for the Premier League in the format it is now. So we can expand the field. We could even expand it even further than 12. I'm just chucking that number out there to give it, but we could go up to 16, you know, potentially, with that sort of phase. Get more games in, more faces, more opportunity, bit of jeopardy, bit of risk, and you get that league table phase there as well. So let me know what you think about that idea in the comment section as well. But I think that's a good way to sort of get that combination and see that change in something that's maybe a realistic change, because, you know, I've made videos about this in the past where I've talked about having promotion and relegation between 2 leagues. Don't see that happening anytime soon. So how about 12 players, 8 go through, 4 go out. They're my predictions in regards to my 5 things that I think are going to be happening in the world of darts at the back end of this year. Make sure you go down to the comment section for yours. I'll be down there hanging out with you guys down there, and I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.